Hey runners, happy Thursday, February 27th, and we are 2 days, that's right, 2 days out from the Atlanta, that's my A, Atlanta, Georgia, for the Olympic Trials Marathon and our half marathon in the Publix Marathon, half marathon, 5K weekend. So excited, so excited. Uh, if you're watching this and you're going out to Atlanta, it's going to be an awesome environment. I'm getting excited. I've been following the happenings of the Olympic trials here for months. Um, Really, we've been kind of tracking this for years. Looking forward to coming to Atlanta. It's something that we really love. My wife and I just we're really into the sport. We love following the professionals and even the non-professionals like myself and friends and family who are runners. It's a wonderful sport, and this is like the Super Bowl. I was listening to a podcast earlier in the weekend. They had mentioned that the Olympic Trials Marathon is their Super Bowl, and it really is. Everyone has a passion for something in life, and if it's sports, sometimes it's football, baseball, basketball. Those are the mainstream sports, and I get it. I watch it too, and I love it. But running is truly one sport that everybody can do at any time, regardless of your skill level, your experience, and it's relatively inexpensive to do. So, yeah, I'm getting goosebumps, but I'm getting excited. This is definitely going to be a historic trials. The numbers are anywhere from 710 up to 700 and almost 770. I don't know what the exact number is because it keeps changing. There's illnesses and injuries, of course, and folks who've qualified who aren't necessarily going to be coming to Atlanta for one reason or another. But I think it's safe to say the number is probably upwards over 700. That's huge. The women's field has like over 500 qualifiers. This is a record number of qualifiers the trials has ever seen, and the talent is just it's just uh, it's incredible. It's going to be really hard to nail down who the um, top three men and women are going to be for the Olympics here in the summer. And keeping fingers crossed, you may have heard that the Summer Olympics may be canceled due to the coronavirus or COVID 19. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that they'll be able to get that under wraps or an alternative, but we'll have to see. Nonetheless, this weekend is happening. The runners are treating it as, you know, the Summer Olympics are going to be here, so they want to make sure that they are putting themselves in position to really do well. Going back to what I was saying as far as the top three men and women, I think, at least on the men's side, maybe it's a little easier to predict, but at the same time, not so much. The talent pool there is still good, but I believe the women's field has just, you know, well over 10, a dozen runners who could potentially make the the team. On the men's side, I think it's down to just a handful. Um, I still really don't know who I'm going to pick to make the team, but I guess one name on the men's side would be Galen Rupp. He's been fantastic and he's proven himself on the roads, and the guy can just run. So I expect him to possibly even win the trials, but I think he'll definitely be on the podium and he'll be representing the U.S. On the women's side, yeah, that's tough. I've listened to podcasts, I've looked online. Uh, they're all kind of, you could roll the dice on a lot of the runners, but some of the top names is Emily Sisson, Molly Huddle, their teammates for Saucony. You have Jordan Hasay, who runs for Nike. She is, to me, she's a good runner. Don't get me wrong. Uh, but I kind of see her as a contender and also a wild card. How do the two go hand in hand? Well, I mean, when she's on, she's on. But then again, she's also been susceptible to injuries as well. And so that's why, to me, it's a wild card. I just don't know how she's going to do. She's a tough runner, absolutely. And she's been through a lot in her life. So I don't know, she's a question mark. Sarah Hall is one of the runners who's also gotten a lot of attention. I think she's got to be one of the favorites. Definitely one of the top three. Possibly someone who can win it all. She's just she's a great runner. Of course, she's the wife of Ryan Hall, who no longer does marathons, but was a very good marathoner years back. So she can definitely run, and she may even break out of the pack if it's too slow. Des Linden, of course, we all know Des, Boston Marathon winner. I think that she will definitely do well. I think it's it's one of those races where, in Atlanta, that is, the course is not friendly, and the men and women in the trials will be doing 3 loops of 3 loops of 8 miles for a total of 24, and then the last loop is 2.2 miles, and there's some pretty good hills in there. A lot of the top runners have mentioned it's going to be a gritty race, and so someone like Des Linden, she may not have track speed. In fact, she really doesn't compared to some of the other women, but she's like a metronome. She is very balanced in her style of racing. A lot of times she'll even split, negative split, but she's going to be there. I really feel that she'll be a top 3 finisher in the race. And then there's like a dozen other women that could earn the spot. So, anyways, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait. Definitely have some friends, more so on my wife's side, because she kind of stays in touch with social media on Instagram and such, some of the runners who we've met, and I'm hoping that we will definitely meet a few more of the elites, and of course non-elites, those who have qualified. We'll be staying at the host hotel there, so we're excited, and that's where a lot of the top runners there will be staying, I'm sure. So I can't contain myself. It's exciting. Some people are like, what? Running? How do you get so excited about that? Watching runners run on the road or go in a circle? I don't know. Those of you who follow running understand where I'm coming from, and the passion that you also share. So, hey, if you guys are going out to Atlanta this weekend, there's a lot that's happening. We will be at, I believe it's called the White Bohemian Church. I don't have the address, but it's like south downtown Atlanta. Running Rabbit, which makes great apparel for running. They're actually going to be doing like a happy hour. They call it a hoppy hour. Get it? Hoppy for rabbit. Sometime like at around 4:30ish. They if you go on Instagram and follow them, they will have information about it. Anyways, there'll be some refreshments and light foods and such, possible giveaways. That's tomorrow, Friday, and then they're going to be doing like there's a shakeout run. A shakeout run, of course, is a light run, like the day before the race. Something easy to do. They're going to be holding one somewhere just like north part of downtown Atlanta. We are going to be running with former Olympian, great Kara Goucher. She's going to be downtown in by the Centennial Rings. They're downtown Atlanta. Saturday morning at 8:30 for a shakeout run. I believe it's 3 miles. So if you're in the downtown Atlanta area and you are looking to, do your shakeout run, there's definitely a lot going on in the area. I would definitely go on social media and check out what's going on. But a lot happening, a lot of viewing parties. Running Rabbits holding one as well at one of the bars. We're obviously going to be there watching it live. So, yeah, just so excited. I cannot wait for this weekend. I really think this is going to be a great race. Not only trials, but I believe for ourselves as well. We've trained really well. My wife has done really well in recent races, and she's had fantastic training phase. I would say that I've had a pretty good training phase. I've had a little bit here in the last couple months, issues with my right knee. So it'll be nice to not have training after the race and kind of let it heal up a little bit. But other than that, I know what to expect. There's going to be hills, and I've kind of outlined the course and done the research, looked at the elevation changes. That second half of the race is going to be brutal. There's some good climbs and, of course, some good downhills that I have to take advantage of. But it's all about just kind of going off of effort. As far as what my pace is going to be, those uphills and downhills, I can't worry about it too much. I just have to know that I'll be, fighting uphill, and then I just really have to let my body go downhill. But I'm super excited. I'm wishing everybody the very best this weekend. If you are part of the Olympic Trials marathon this weekend, a special congratulations to you all. Well deserved, and so great that Atlanta Track Club is stepping up and covering all the traveling expenses for you guys, regardless of A or B standard. So I think that's great. Well deserved as well. So go out there, be proud. I know for some of you or most of you, this is going to be your Olympics, but we're going to be cheering for every single one from start to finish. And yeah, this is great. I know you guys are going to represent runners very well out there, and yeah, it's going to be fun. And then if you're doing the race this weekend for the Publix Marathon, Half Marathon, 5K, we hope to see you guys out there. We will see you out there for sure, and definitely wishing everyone a great weekend, safe travels to you all, and I guess we will talk to you later. See ya.